Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing my August wrap-up. School is already here, the new semester has already started, so things are about to get a little crazy around here. For the next two semesters, I have 2 semesters left, and I am done. I can see the finish line, but it looks so far away. I want it to be here right now. It is almost here. But for the next 2 semesters, I'm going to try a schedule to try and get things done, because I know if I don't do that, nothing is going to get done, just like my Ireland video, which I should have had out 3 months ago, and it's still not done because I like to procrastinate. Yes. But what all that means for the channel is I looked at my week and I saw that Thursdays are going to be my best day to film a new video, edit, and upload it to my channel. So I'm shooting for uploads every Thursday. I'm going to try to get to as many videos as I can during the week, but I'm going to shoot for at least one every single Thursday. So let's move on to the books. The first book I picked up this month was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, and I was surprised that I enjoyed this book. There was a lot of negative things that I read about this before I picked it up, so I had low expectations for what was going to happen, but I was impressed by what I saw. The one thing that jumped out at me though was right before the photos are shown in this book, there's a small little paragraph, a small little description that tries to tie the story in with the photos, and I thought that it kind of interrupted the flow of the story. I thought it could have done without those, but I really enjoyed the photos in this. I liked seeing a visual of a lot of the characters in here, a lot of the things that it was discussing. I was pleasantly surprised by this book. It was a bit slow throughout this book. There's not a whole lot of action, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm looking forward to seeing what books 2 and 3 look like and where the story actually goes. The next book I picked up this month was Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and I was blown away by how good this was. I was not expecting that at all when I picked this up. The story is broken down into little sections, and they kind of jump around in the time period in this book, and it feels like you just fly through this thing. But the little small sections in this book are jam-packed full of story. It looks very tiny, and it kind of is, but you get a lot of story from this book, and it was fantastic. The story kind of goes with a good versus evil between characters as well as within each of the characters. You can't really tell who's good and who's bad in this. While I was reading this, I didn't really know where the story was going. I couldn't guess what was going to happen. I didn't know what was there, and that is really weird for me. I'm really good at guessing what's going to happen in the story. This one actually kept me guessing. This one kept me really interested until the very last page, as I said. I ended up giving this a 5 out of 5 stars, and I can't wait until she comes out with the next book in this. I think it's called Vengeful or Vengeance, something like that. It starts with a V. So I can't wait until that comes out as well. Let's see what happens and continue this story. The last book I read this month is actually part of a trilogy that has become one of my all-time favorite trilogies I have ever read, one of my favorite series, and that is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. It's book 2 in the Red Rising trilogy. This book was amazing. In most trilogies and most series in general, you have a strong start to the series and you have a strong finish, but the middle kind of dies. It's kind of just blah. This is the exact opposite. This was intense. There is so much packed into these books. It is amazing. It just throws you in and leaves you there. It expects you to hang on for dear life as it pulls you along. This was fantastic. This trilogy deals a lot with social issues, class, and racism. It deals with political issues and how politics and media can influence the populace. It's got so much jam-packed into these books. I'm not a huge rereader of books. I do a few every year, but with these, I feel like I can actually reread them several times and enjoy them every single time. I really enjoy these stories. I really enjoy these books. They are amazing. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I think I gave Red Rising a 4 out of 5. There is no way I could not give this a 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know you're probably tired of me gushing on about this Red Rising trilogy, but for the next book I picked up this month, I put Golden Sun down and I went right to Morningstar, the 3rd book in the Red Rising trilogy, just because I want to see how this wraps up. I want to see where the story goes. I'm about 150 pages into that book, and I am really enjoying it so far. I'm going to have a review and discussion up for Golden Sun soon. I've got to edit that one, and I'm going to do the same for Morningstar whenever I get finished with it. Just lock up the trilogy, get reviews and discussions for all 3 books out, and my overall thoughts after I finish with all 3 books. I'm also reading Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. I really like Jules Verne. That's why I got this awesome little beautiful edition here. But I'm reading it on my phone while I'm at work. Well, not while I'm at work. I'm actually going outside to get a little bit of sun and flipping through maybe like 5 or 10 pages a day. I've read this story before. I've read a lot of Jules Verne stories before, but I couldn't remember the details. I remember the outline of how the story goes. I just couldn't remember exactly how it happened, exactly what happened. I couldn't remember the details. So I'm slowly moving through it about 5 or 10 pages a day. It's not very long. It's like 140 pages long, but I just could not remember for the life of me what happened in that book. So those are the things I read in the month of August. Let me know in the comments if you read any of these books, what you thought about them. As always, you guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye.